a neon hell. She ain't your dream, she's the last mistake. But baby, what a ride she's gonna make. We're out for blood tonight. Hearts beat heavy, pull the pin, let it blow like a 68 Chevy. No looking back, no slowing down. We're the kings and queens of this wicked town. Yeah, we're out for blood tonight. Sky's on fire and the moon looks mean. We ain't here to kiss, we're here to scream. Gasoline lips and venomous smiles. We're riding this high for 1,000 miles. Tonight, it's now or never, running red lights, wild forever. One last shot, one last sin. Let the storm roll in, let the night begin. Yeah, we're out for blood tonight.
I was forgetting something. A little bit of late in a way. Good evening, my beautiful crime family. I hope everybody's doing well. Oh, that's too far away. That's gonna have to be enough light. Yeah, okay, so that's too much light. Good evening, my beautiful crime family, and I hope everybody's having a beautiful night. What is it? Thursday, Friday, Monday? I don't know. Thursday must be, right? I'm glad to be back in the chair here a little bit. It's been quite an ordeal. I know you probably all kind of wondering. So, Bonnie. It's not over yet. I'll just tell you what. Hi, Suan from South Africa. I had another bout with congestive heart failure. So there was a bunch of fluid around my lungs. And then, yeah, so they got me back on that furosemide or whatever stuff. Then, yeah, I guess I don't have a problem telling you, but I ain't gonna. I'm still smoking. I smoked for what 53 years or something, so it'd be pretty tough for me to stop smoking. So, but they found a large mass in my right lung, so they're going in to look at that on Monday. So just so you all know, just letting you know what's going on in my life. Just another day in the life of Jude. But I want to say hi to my beautiful crime family. Sherry Urban, good to see you. Joey, good to see you. Carolyn Wood, good to see you. Lily, good to see you. Open Mind, good to see you. Victoria Burgess, good to see you. Carolyn Wood, good to see you. Gigi, good to see you. Some Side Chick, good to see you. Elizabeth, good to see you. Debbie Gazzardo, my girl, good to see you. Ro, good to see you. um, Doc Terry, good to see you. WB, good to see you. Nicola Moody, good to see you. Lila, good to see you. Bonnie Bailey, good to see you. Karen Bell, good to see you. Some side chick, good to see you. I don't know if I'm doubling up. One, good to see you. Sally, good to see you. Social Glow, my girl, good to see you. Leo, good to see you. Keeps going here. And to everybody that's out there chatting, I thank you for being here and for being chatters, and for all you non-chatters, thank you for being here. Love you all. And I'm just going to get to it, and this probably won't be real long. But hey, I'm on. I do want to say, though, that Coco will be doing some shows here and there. So kind of have her one show on here fairly soon. So yeah, that'll be kind of cool. I know she's going to be really good at it. Her and Twat Waffle are going to be talking about things. So that'll be kind of cool. Not sure what day she's going to be doing. I think she's going on tomorrow night. I think. I'll have to talk to her in a bit here. Then, yeah, so that'll be kind of cool. Coco is, yeah, so do I. She's one of my best friends. And she's a hell of an investigator. I know she's going to do really well and with the show. So, Summer Jade, good to see you. Anyway, I don't know if you guys, I haven't been paying a whole lot of attention, but when I get a message that there's footage out there of the Corner Club, but I had to jump on this, and maybe you have all seen it, maybe not, maybe only some of you have seen it, and so yeah, that's what we're going to take a look at, part of that and a couple other things. How many have seen that footage? Let me bring this up here. Okay, so this was leaked footage, or it came from Olivia, I think, is where it actually first came from. Then Euphoric, who you know I love Euphoric, and I've posted many stuff from Euphoric's page before. And there's Coco. There's the star. I sent you an email, by the way, Coco. He faded away. Good to see you. Anyway, so we're going to take a look at that and see. Yeah, I'm going to wait for it. I'm going to give a couple of minutes here. There's some other things that are going on with this case, but there's some other cases that we're going to be looking at too. It kind of seems like it's really slowing down, and which is sad. But there is some things that are happening in other cases that might relate to this case. And I think Coco is going to probably be getting into that. Okay, Coco. That's cool. Um, um, so that's going to be an interesting little thing, because there is a case out there that really, and I think Coco's going to get into that more. That could have a lot to do with this case. Actually, there might be a couple. So, um, anyway, let's take a look at this. And I don't know how many of you guys have seen this or not. This is from Who Forks page. And there we are. And this is from, guess where?
I'm just asking the question.
The Corner Club. There is no sound. Now, if you can, I can do it on my TV. It might be harder on this one, but I can do it almost. Now, I'm trying to figure out who this guy is here. Now, it looks like he's got a hat on. To me, it looks like he's got a hat on backwards, and there's a big logo thing here or something that goes down onto the cap part, onto the hood part. That's what it looks like. But I'm trying to figure out who that is. Anybody got any ideas out there? Then I started thinking maybe that's even Showalter without his hoodie on. But let's take it. We're gonna let it go through all the way through first. There's a kiss. Maybe it isn't Showalter. But they were having a great time. Just an awesome time. Now that's definitely a worker there. Now I can't tell if this is a table or the bar. It kind of looks like a table to me, but possibly not. It could, because there's stools over here, and there's no stools here. Well, actually, she could be sitting on something. No, I don't think so. But they're taking pictures. And we're going to look at it one more time through. They're laughing with this guy. But they seem close. I mean, they get close enough here where it almost looks like they're kissing, but they're not. They're talking to each other when they get closer. They're talking about something. Then they get real close. See that? No. This guy right here bothers me a little bit, because you know who that looks like? Can I back this up a little bit? You know who this looks like? That looks like the Mexican cartel dude. That's who it looks like to me. Hold on a second. I gotta. I'm going to wait for an answer there. Okay. So I'm going to introduce. Everybody knows our Coco. Coco, you don't got no. Where's your avatar at? There you are. There's that beautiful avatar. How you doing, Coco? No, no sound. No sound. You got to fix your sound again. Ooh, I heard something. Almost nothing yet. Keep talking. I wonder if I can blow this up anymore. It doesn't look like I can unless I do it this way. Yeah, there's no sound from you, Coco. I'm gonna blow. Yeah, I can blow this up more. There you go. I heard something. There, talk once.
You can hear me? Can you hear me now?
There you
Can you hear me?
are. Yep, 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 yep. And that sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah.
How you doing, girl?
You're gonna have to blow that up.
Yeah, that's what I was. I just
I'm
did.
good. How are you feeling?
I'm all right. I'm hanging in there. Yeah, I just blew it up. I see if I can blow it up some more. I'm at 150 now. Yeah, we'll blow that up as much as we can now. I
It's so
want to know.
small for everyone else to see.
All right. Okay. Let's see. Well, it should be a lot bigger now. I'll go. It's at 250. So I mean, there. That's more like it. But we're not going to be
Yeah,
able to
it's a
see
lot bigger.
yeah, we won't be able to see the whole picture. So, but let's run through this again. I'm gonna have to keep kind of going like that, though. There's that dude right
Is
there
it
that
full
walked.
screen on your other?
I'm gonna have to shrink it just down one. It's at 400. I mean, that's a little much. Okay, there we go. I'm wondering about this one dude because he looks like that. He walks like that Mexican cartel dude. And then he goes out the door and then comes back in. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. It's hard to tell because
It
in the grub
is.
truck footage, it's so dark.
Right.
So it's really hard to place, who from this video was at the grub truck, other than Joe and Hayden.
Okay, now this is a worker. He
Thursday.
stopped and picked up something and then he goes behind. So that's definitely, it looks like they're having a great time here. I mean, like, no, okay, here comes that guy. Not the one I'm talking about. Now watch, he goes out the door. Then watch, he'll come back in right away almost. And then he looks over. You can tell he looks over at them. And I'm just wondering if, and then if everybody sees, this is the dude right here with the sweater with the bump on the head, and then Joe Vito was just there. I don't know where he disappeared to. Now this guy here, or is it a girl? Is that a girl? Was that a girl? I'm gonna look at that again.
There's a girl that walks by. She's in a black coat. And she stands
Okay,
at the table with Hayden.
Okay, there's that worker. But it doesn't seem like they have a care in the world. Here's that guy again. Now here's that dude. Walks out the door. Now watch when he walks back in. Because you can tell he turns around and looks at him. Right there. See that? It's just that little twist of the body. Not like his feet or nothing. It's like the twist of the body. There's Joe Vito right here. But you know what gets me about all this is they have this much. Where the hell's the rest of it? I mean, I thought there was no more. I thought it got erased or something, and now all of a sudden, um,
Yeah, I
in
heard
this,
that there was no footage inside the corner club, but my understanding is this was leaked from Olivia.
you're right. That's what I, yeah, that's what I heard. I mean, but I heard it from you, I think. Um,
Yeah.
Now you're talking to Olivia. That's with Steve Jr., right?
No, I'm talking about
No,
Olivia.
you're talking to Sister Olivia.
Yeah.
That's pretty weird.
That's what I think too.
How would
That's what I
she
was
have
told.
this? Right. Yeah. And I know you've talked right to the person, so I know
Mhm.
that's right. Let's see what the family's saying here. Uh, Still, they want it bigger yet. Okay, I'll make it bigger, but then we're gonna.
Are you able to? Is that max size on your screen?
If I
It
go
doesn't
down
look
too,
like it is.
I don't. If I go down too far, it's gonna go to the.
I'm just asking the question.
It goes to the next video.
Right.
There is no way
Okay.
of really blowing
Making
these
it any
up.
bigger.
Wait.
It's-
Let's see what this. No, none of those. So the only thing I can do is blow it up from here, which I can do. And we're at 400. I'll go 500. Okay, now it's a full screen, but then we're gonna miss out on, a lot. We can, but
I will say,
maybe
like, one thing I noticed about in this footage is we see Maddie staggering all over the place at the grub truck. She is not
right,
staggering.
right.
This footage says it's at like 1:18 in the morning.
118 in the morning. So here comes
which
that
isn't
dude.
very- Yeah, so this
Yeah, 118 in the
isn't
morning.
very long. I mean, they were at the grub truck not too long after.
No, and there's more than this. I mean, if Olivia's got this, she's got more. I bet you they got the whole damn
Right,
thing.
and the other, yeah, and the other thing I wonder about is the still photo that we've had this whole time does not show that many people in there. So I wonder what time that still photo is actually from that was released in the very beginning.
It says like 130 something, but where do you think this is? Do you think this is close by the door they were at, or because there's a couple different doors, right? There's a back door also, right? Could this be at the back of the club? No, because the door would be on the other side, right? Or let me see. Let me think about this. No, it could be on that
I think
side.
that it's facing, I think when you walk,
What's that?
you don't think that they're
You're
facing in the opposite direction of the door?
I think Maddie's facing.
I think
the
it's at the
direction
back
door.
of the corner club. I don't think that, I think the
You're
door's right
right.
there. That's why it's lit up.
Right. Okay. Well, then the still
On
photo
the
that was
floor,
at
you
the
can see.
that was at the front of the place, wasn't it?
Right. We've never seen anything from the back.
Right. So they were towards the back of the club. That's the way I'm taking this too. Let's run this a little more here. And there he comes in that little twist. There's just that little twist. There's just that little twist Like he's looking at him, and there's Joe Vito, and everybody knows who that is. That's an
Yeah.
easy one. But look at all they're
And he
laughing, and
turned in their
yeah,
direction.
yeah, he turned in their direction, right?
Clearly.
But Maddie doesn't look as fucked up as she did as at the grub truck, and that's only like what 20 minutes later.
Right.
So
Right. Exactly. It doesn't make any
this
sense.
this is kind of a main time.
Unless
Now,
there was something in that cup.
I was just gonna say that. I wonder if there wasn't something in that cup.
Were you?
No, and what do they block? They block everybody. You know, it's just so stupid. There he goes. So watch when he comes back in. It's just a twist of the body, is all it is. Just a twist of the body. Right there, he twists and now he twists back. And it kind of reminds me of that dude. I don't know. Hard to say.
Yeah, but it actually looks like if you look, scroll up a little bit
Up
more. The guy in the white hoodie. Yeah, go up.
here?
The guy in the white hoodie.
Uh-huh.
If you watch closely, yeah, right here. If you watch, you
Uh-huh.
see the girl standing next to him. She's literally showing that they're fighting.
What?
Mm.
A
She's
girl over
showing
here?
like the action of fighting. They're talking about something. Yeah, just watch
Oh,
her
this
closely.
girl.
You'll see. Yeah, you'll see her do it.
So you're saying like the guy in the white and then the girl in the black coat,
You'll
they're
see her arms fly.
arguing?
Yeah, yeah. She's not arguing.
Oh,
I think she's telling
yeah.
a story about a fight.
Oh, okay.
You see her?
Gotcha. Yeah. One thing I want to look at is, yep, Maddie's got that coat on, right? That black coat.
Yeah, she does.
But what shirt is this? Did they block out the shirt? Did they block out that shirt? Because isn't that her favorite shirt? That yellow shirt? This looks more like a pink shirt.
But that's interesting also though, because this camera footage would actually mean that there was definitely a camera working at night and it would have shown the whole
Exactly.
bar, not just this.
You're right. And there's more than one camera also. This guy freaks me out. I mean, just the feeling I get, I don't like this guy that walks by and comes back in and looks. For some reason, I'm getting bad vibes from that guy. But why? Yeah, let's look at a drink here. She's down to about here.
They're sharing it too. They're sharing one drink.
Oh, they're sharing it.
They share it this entire time. Well, in this footage.
And that kind of takes away that somebody, and it looks like it has a cover on it. Does it have a cover on it? It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like a to-go cup.
So I don't think it would be that drink that if they spiked it. Is everybody seeing that okay and everything? I haven't looked at the chat at all here. I'm just looking at this. I'm trying to catch every little thing I can. I just wish they wouldn't have blocked everything out. It's so stupid. Now, was that girl that just walked by that was showing the fighting? This girl, is this her?
No, she's still standing next to the guy in the
Oh,
van.
okay. All right. So who the hell is this? That looks like a girl too.
Honestly, I think she's just telling a story.
But they sure seem to be having a good time. You know what I mean? Like there was no worry at that time.
This is another video where they're not interacting with anyone else.
Right. Moonlight's
Nobody's
got it.
interacting with them except for, the guy in the blue and gray.
All right. Moonlight's got a good question here. When does Maddie tell Adam everything if they're together the whole time? I think it's at the end when Adam's sitting by the door because he's not working that night. But I'm pretty sure that's Adam sitting by the door. And of course they've been there since 10:30. But Kaylee didn't ask that question.
Who knows? That night they
Go
could have
ahead,
went
go.
to other places that night too.
Yeah,
Before
like the
this.
Moose Lodge. Like
She
the
could have
Moose
told Adam
Lodge.
something,
Right.
who knows when.
But yeah, another funny
Yeah,
thing.
we don't know really.
We don't know, and that's
But I don't
that's
think that Maddie looks that. She doesn't look like a stumbling state to me.
no, not at all. Why was she so fucked up at the grub chuck? Maybe that guy did slip her something on her tongue, like Huda says.
I know. I mean, Kaylee doesn't drink as much as this drink with her, but still.
Yeah, she's not half as liberated as she was at that grub chuck. I mean, she could barely stand up at the grub chuck. She was so fucked up.
I agree, Reese. I think it's odd that no guys are approaching them whatsoever.
That is odd, isn't it?
Nobody's approaching them.
Nobody's.
No.
Again, they're getting snubbed. So it wasn't just the grub chuck that they're getting snubbed at. The only one that talked to him was that person who you can't really see, and I can't tell if is it a girl or a guy. Let's get an opinion here. One girl, two guy. The one that stands with a blue and gray. It'll be coming up here, standing right.
Guy. You gotta scroll up. There you go. No, pull it up there.
Where is he? That almost looked like a girl at one point.
No, I think you're right. I think it's a guy, and I think he does have a hat on backwards, like a trucker hat.
Yeah, like a lot of the boys wear them that way. I've tried wearing them that way. I don't like it. Is this it? Yeah, right here. Right here. Is this a girl or a guy? One girl, two guy. Oh, kind of broad shoulders for a girl.
It's hard to see. Scroll up a little bit because they're kind of cutting off this. It's hard to see.
Yeah, it is. I think you're right. I think it's a guy. And I think he does have a hat on. But it didn't seem like they had a problem with that guy at all.
No.
But
they clearly knew him.
Right. Now they're when they get close like that, they're talking something personal. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, they're talking loud to each other right here. Look at me, Katie. Slaps Maddie. It must have been a good one. It's just so sad, you know. It's so sad thinking, you know, they're gone.
Right. And neither one of them look like they're concerned about anything. Like
No,
they had
they aren't.
no care in the world at
Right,
that point.
right. There's a kiss to that person who must have been taken off. So this is towards the end of the night, but I mean, 118. This goes for like what, maybe a minute? So there's like,
Yeah.
I'd like
I
to.
mean, if you think about it, I don't know do you know what time it was that they're walking with Showalter?
Wasn't it like
Do you know what time that is
133
where
or
they're walking
was
with
it
Showalter?
was it 133 or 135 or something like that?
Okay, so yeah, so within what, like 15 minutes from now or from this point, Keely was concerned, obviously.
Okay, they're having a hard time seeing reposition it. No, I can't
Yeah, it's
reposition.
not.
I know. That's why I hate shorts. I hate them because I can go like this, and then you can see the whole thing. You should actually be able to see this because this takes up a big part of my screen.
Can you play it off of? Can you put just the video up there instead of?
What's that?
I think we can.
Let me see if I can.
You can just do it single.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Boot us off. If you boot us off,
right.
it should be able to take up the
Right,
whole
right,
screen,
right. Okay, here we go. All right, right. And if you notice, the dude had a black watch, the one that they were getting along with there. He has a black watch on his right hand. That I've heard that too, Colleen. That's what that's who you first said. That's who you first said, right, Coco?
Who?
Adam.
Yeah, I thought it was Adam too.
But what was that?
Adam's pretty tall. I don't
Yeah, he is.
there's not a whole lot of pictures of him, but Adam's a pretty tall guy. So I thought that
Right.
was Adam.
Yeah.
But he's also a pretty big guy, so I don't know if he would be that slender. I don't know.
Right. And Terry Martin, who you talking to, girl? Oh, no, I'm going to reach this over for her girlfriend Maddie. What are you all trying to say here? My email. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard enough. Bye. See you later.
Um,
Terry, you could have done that yourself. You're a mod.
who's Black Doc? Is that Doc?
Yeah,
They're
he's
saying
no
that
longer
Kaylee's
with us.
wrist looks like it has a. They're saying
What's
it
that?
looks like Kaylee might have. They're saying Kaylee might have a watch or something on her wrist.
Yeah, she does. Looks like she
She
does.
does.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wonder what kind of watch it is.
It's probably an Apple Watch.
That's what I'm wondering.
That's very interesting.
It is interesting. I get a kick out of her laughing so hard and smacking her.
I mean, an Apple Watch can tell a lot.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. Doc Terry says Apple Watch can tell time and death.
And see that person had a black watch on too. Yeah, she's got a watch on her right wrist. There's no doubt about it. Interesting stuff, but I just there should be more. You know why? why would she? Why would she just put out that little bit? You know what I mean? Why would she put out just that 1 minute's worth? I mean, if you're gonna put it out, fucking put it out. Quit being a fucking pussy. You know what I mean? Is there something that they don't want us to see? You know?
It just makes you wonder if this would have went to trial, if the data from her watch, what that would have said.
I was never able to track it
That's
again.
interesting.
Ashley says something. Sorry, typos. I'm trying to typing to reply quickly. I had an Apple Watch SE. It was new around this time, and once it died, I was never able to track it again. And even though I had to find mine on whatever, I'm not sure what she meant there. And Christine thinks it's AI generated. I don't think so. Not if it came from Olivia. And Coco talked right to the person that got it, so and knows it came. That's where it came from. So I don't think it was. But you know, the AI stuff is getting crazy. It really is.
I don't remember any of the family members really mentioning mentioning Apple accessories at all, really.
This is a bigger picture. What I can't get to that. I don't know how to get to that. I can't click on that. Can you?
What do you need to click on?
The social goal one I just put up. This one says Coco Googled this CC footage. This is a bigger picture. You could try. I'm not sure what
Yeah,
that
I'm
is.
sure we can get a bigger picture of this footage. Maybe I could probably go through the bigger picture tomorrow. I don't know,
Right.
Tommy, you could maybe do it TikTok. I don't know, but
Yeah. Yeah, I got TikTok. Yeah.
no, Christina, this isn't FOIA footage. This is a leak from our understanding, from what we know.
Right. Yeah, it is a leak. And I remember Bubbly read Kaylee's diary and she tracked her steps every day. Okay, thank you, Connie. Let me see what she sent me here. I don't know if it's is it of this like bigger. I don't see anything in my email. Unless you're talking to somebody else. Yeah, I don't see nothing in my email. I'll check this quick. No. Okay, well, we looked at that and we'll look at something else too.
I'm gonna
let me
hop down.
Oh yeah? Okay, guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop down.
Okay, good. All right, thanks. And you're gonna be on tomorrow night, right? Are you
Yeah.
on tomorrow night? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll do a show tomorrow.
Yep. Coco will be on
Hey.
tomorrow night. So right here. So okay. All right. Thanks for jumping up, girl. Love you. Okay, so let's take a look at a couple other things. Let me look here. I don't know, I don't know what I all showed from the last show I did. Hold on a second. Oh, that's that one. That's from, okay, that's from 8 days ago. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay, so this one. Okay, this is really my favorite new channel, and I've showed them before. You guys will know who it is, but I really like what they do, and it's the Truth in Neurons page, and we'll let this one run through. Boom. So here we go. And this is called The Distance Between Friends, but All Connected. And this was put out 18 hours ago.
Hi everyone, it's Ruby G.
And I'm Joff.
Welcome to Truth in Neurons. In today's deep dive, we're going to examine one of the most psychologically revealing aspects of the Idaho murders investigation: patterns of distancing language and behaviour exhibited by individuals connected to the victim. We're going to look at how verbal and behavioural distancing can serve as critical psychological indicators in criminal investigations, and why certain individuals connected to this case exhibit patterns that warrant serious scrutiny.
Distancing in psychology refers to the conscious or unconscious mechanisms people employ to minimize their perceived connection to traumatic events, victims, or criminal activities. This psychological phenomenon manifests through specific language patterns, behavioral choices, and emotional presentations that create psychological and sometimes physical separation from the subject matter. Distancing serves multiple psychological functions. It can be a trauma response, a self-protective mechanism, or critically an indicator of guilty knowledge or involvement.
The psychological literature distinguishes between adaptive distancing, which helps individuals cope with trauma they've witnessed, and strategic distancing, which serves to minimize perceived culpability or connection to criminal activity. Our task is to identify which type of distancing we're observing and what it reveals about an individual's actual knowledge, involvement, or psychological state regarding the crime. In this case, we see remarkably consistent patterns of distancing behaviour across multiple individuals who are connected to the victims and the crime scene. These patterns include misnaming victims, downplaying relationships, providing vague or evasive responses, using passive language constructions, and demonstrating notable emotional detachment. When these behaviours cluster together in multiple individuals within the same social network, it raises significant questions about coordination, guilty knowledge, or shared involvement in events surrounding the crime.
One of the most psychologically revealing examples of distancing behaviour comes from Hunter Johnson's body cam interview, where he refers to victim Kaylee Gonsalves as Kylie.
Whoever invented this deserves a raise. Take a string and a pencil, twist off the faucet's old nozzle like this, then get the U-shaped.
Friends with Zena for a long time. Maddie, I could be acquaintances with. I didn't really know her that well. I just saw her at her house every once in a while. I would say hi and have conversations with her.
Okay.
But I didn't really know her super well like I knew Ethan and Xana.
Right.
And then Kylie, I didn't know really at all.
Okay.
From a linguistic perspective, misnaming is rarely random or meaningless. The human brain processes names with particular care when we have genuine emotional connections to individuals, and errors in naming often reflect psychological distance or lack of actual relationship depth. The psychological significance of calling Kaylee Kylie extends beyond a simple mistake. Those with genuine close relationships typically use the exact names or familiar nicknames consistently, while those with more distant or fabricated connections often make naming errors that reveal the superficial nature of their actual relationship. Hunter Johnson's misnaming could indicate several psychological realities. First, it may suggest that he didn't actually know Kaylee well enough to have internalized her correct name, despite being present at the scene and involved in the discovery process. Second, it could represent unconscious psychological distancing from the victim's identity, a defense mechanism that helps him avoid emotional confrontation with the reality of her death. Thirdly, and most concerning, it could indicate distancing designed to minimize his perceived connection to the victims he may have a greater involvement with than officially acknowledged.
Yeah, Hunter lives right next door. He knew Kaylee. And there's no fucking way in hell that he can sit there and fucking say that he didn't know fucking Kaylee. That's a fucking lie.
Jack Showalter's interview provides one of the clearest examples of strategic distancing that contradicts documented evidence. Showalter claimed he did not know the victims other than Madison Mogen, with whom he acknowledged some shared experiences. However, photographic evidence shows Showalter at multiple parties with the victims, directly contradicting his statement of limited connection. From a psychological perspective, this type of discrepancy between documented evidence and verbal statements represents a critical red flag. When individuals deliberately minimize documented relationships, it suggests psychological motivation to reduce perceived association with victims. The behavior pattern is particularly common in suspects or individuals with guilty knowledge who understand that established connections create investigative focus and potential motive attribution.
The psychology of relationship minimization serves strategic purposes. By claiming to know only Madison, Showalter attempts to narrow the scope of his potential involvement or knowledge to a single victim.
What is it about this toy, this stuffed animal, that everybody has to get a picture of them with it? What is the deal with this stuffed toy? I mean, this, to me, it isn't normal. This isn't, I don't see other college kids doing this. You know what I mean? I just don't see other college kids doing this. Why? What is the deal with that toy? No, the vandals would be if it was Washington State, you could say that's a cougar, but that's not a cougar either. That's a actually it's a leopard, I think. Isn't the leopard with the spots? Or a tiger? House mascot, Pammy? Pammy B says it's a house mascot. Okay. Maybe that's just what it is. Maybe that's just what it is. I was thinking more in the lines of something like that, something to do with the rug scene. But if it's a house mascot, I guess I could see something like that.
Other than a broader group. This creates a psychological narrative where his presence in the social circle appears coincidental rather than integral. It also potentially limits the range of questions investigators might ask about his knowledge of the victim's routines, relationships, and activities.
The psychological implications become more significant when we consider that party attendance creates social network connections and knowledge of victim routines, living situations, and social patterns. By minimizing these connections, Showalter potentially obscures his actual level of knowledge about the victim's habits and vulnerabilities. This type of strategic information management is psychologically consistent with individuals who possess guilty knowledge they're attempting to conceal while maintaining superficial cooperation with investigators.
Why you should never charge your smartphone at night. 22 years as a cell phone repair engineer.
Oh, we've seen this, haven't we? Oh, but there's no fight clubs. No, there's no fight clubs.
Then there's the case of Jack DeCur, Kaylee's ex-boyfriend. He presents another psychologically significant distancing pattern, claimed inability to remember a 17-minute phone call with the victim.
Right.
Memory claims require careful analysis because they can represent genuine trauma-based amnesia, strategic denial, or evidence of guilty knowledge requiring concealment. A 17-minute phone conversation is significant in duration. Brief.
Listen. We seen him sitting at that stool. Of course, we don't know what time that was, but he didn't look like he was drunk. He was just sitting there being very calm and cool. And I don't know. I have a hard time with the again, I'm going to say it like I said it before. Shit, I need to take this. Okay, so let me keep this going.
Calls might plausibly be forgotten in context of routine daily communications, but extended conversations typically create stronger memory traces, particularly when they occur close to traumatic events. The literature on memory formation shows that emotionally significant conversations, especially final communications with individuals who subsequently die, typically become highly salient memories rather than forgotten interactions.
Dr. Kerr's inability to recall this conversation raises several psychological questions. First, what was discussed during those 17 minutes that might create motivation for memory denial? Content of this conversation could reveal victim's state of mind, threats that she was aware of, plans she had made, or information about other individuals that might be relevant. Strategic forgetting of this content suggests potential guilty knowledge or desire to protect information that might implicate himself or others. Secondly, the psychological state required to genuinely forget such a conversation would typically involve severe trauma, substance impairment, or dissociative responses. If Kerr was in such a psychological state during the call, this itself becomes significant. Alternatively, if he was cognitively normal during the call, the claimed memory loss suggests deliberate information management rather than genuine amnesia.
Call relative to the murders also creates psychological.
Okay, as I was saying before that phone call there, I've said since the beginning that I have two jacks in my hand, right? A jack of hearts and a jack of clubs. That really still hasn't changed much when it comes to involvement. But what involvement is another whole thing. Now I looked at Jack Showalter's statement again when they brought him in, which is strange because it says on the top that it's the 17th, but the guy when he starts says it's the 16th. I have a feeling it's the 17th, but he would still have marks if he didn't use those kind of, people don't get it. I don't think these people are getting it. And maybe the police don't even get it. People can order these gloves right online. My God, I've showed it on this channel, what these gloves are like. And you can take a knife and just stab yourself right in the hand, just like that. And it doesn't go through. It doesn't go through. And, of course, with the power of it, you might be a little bit sore, but it's not going to show any scars. It's not going to show any blood. It's not going to show anything. Nothing. And I don't know if people realize that this stuff is out there and it's easy to get. It's right online. You can order it right online. And that's just like with the lights that can interfere with the cameras. I don't think people realize that. I don't know if they're keeping up with the crimes. I don't know if they're keeping up with the technology that that people with like cameras. People were saying, okay, and I've showed this on my channel too. And I don't know if you guys remember this or not, but the house that got broke into and all this, here's a guy placing the camera across the street, watching the house. And he's putting it by a tree. He's just putting it down on the ground on a tree. By a tree. I mean, the technology for crime, the technology has grown so much in the last 10 years. It's crazy. And it's gone up for criminals also. And for red rummers. Someone that wants to commit a red rum. And you talk about like the JS and the JDs and that. You don't think they don't know this kind of stuff, especially if they plan something? You think, or anybody that did, they know all about this stuff. So looking at their hands does nothing for me. Can I see your hands? It does nothing for me anymore. Because technology has gone above it. And I think people need to realize that. And I think police need to start realizing that. Anyway.
Significance. Final communication with victims often contain crucial information about their plans, emotional states, and awareness of potential threats. Deker's memory claim effectively removes this potentially critical evidence from the investigative record, which could serve strategic purposes if the conversation's content would create investigative focus on him or others in this social network. And throughout individuals connected to the Idaho murders, we see consistent patterns of vague and evasive responses that psychologically minimize specific knowledge while maintaining superficial cooperation. These patterns include uncertainty markers, passive construction, and deflection to rumors or hearsay rather than personal knowledge. Uncertainty markers. That creates maximum distance from definitive knowledge. This linguistic pattern suggests the speaker possesses more certain knowledge but is strategically presenting it as speculation to avoid appearing too informed about victim movements and activities.
Individuals with genuine lack of knowledge typically state simply, "I don't know," rather than constructing elaborate speculative frameworks. The provision of psychologically distance from that knowledge. This pattern is common in individuals who need to explain how they know certain information without admitting direct involvement or guilty knowledge. The psychological function of vague responses extends beyond individual self-protection. In cases involving multiple perpetrators or coordinated criminal activity, vague responses can serve to avoid providing information that might contradict other witnesses' statements or reveal coordination. By maintaining ambiguity, individuals preserve flexibility to adjust their accounts based on what other witnesses report, a strategic psychological approach that suggests awareness of the need for narrative consistency among multiple parties.
A form of ketamine was recently approved by the FDA for depression. Ketamine, isn't that a horse tranquilizer? It's actually on the World Health Organization list of essential medicines and is used in hospitals around the world. To explain how ketamine affects the brain, we must first understand neuroplasticity. Scientists used to think that the brain was hardwired and fixed, and that it stopped developing in our early 20s. But we've come to find it was us, as adults, who tend to stop developing in our early 20s. We get caught up in our daily stressors, mindless routines, and habitual depression or anxious thought patterns. This is why talk therapy can feel like an uphill battle. Recent science, however, has taught us that the brain can regenerate and develop new neural pathways. As our brain becomes more neuroplastic, we become more flexible in our thinking and can better interact with life's stressors. This new science is changing the way psychiatrists approach mental health. Instead of taking daily meds with tons of side effects, we are prescribing ketamine once or twice a week, which may accelerate our therapeutic growth without long-term health risks. While ketamine helps our brain become malleable, like warm clay, neuroplastic therapy can help us form more peaceful and empowering thought processes and habits. To illustrate neuroplasticity, think of your brain as a huge neuroelectric power grid. There are billions of pathways or roads that light up every time you think, do, or feel something. Some of these roads are well traveled. Every time we engage in bad habits, ruminate on negative thoughts, or feel habitually difficult emotions, we are strengthening these neural connections, ones that don't serve us. When you practice a new habit or when you
A particularly revealing distancing pattern involves individuals framing knowledge through rumours and hearsay rather than claiming direct observation or information. Examples include statements like the rumours of Gonçalves having a stalker, rather than claiming personal awareness of stalking behaviour or expressing direct concern for the victim's safety. The function of rumour-based framing creates layers of distance between the speaker and the information. By attributing knowledge to unspecified others, the individual avoids appearing too informed while still introducing information into the investigative record. This serves several psychological purposes. It allows introduction of potentially exculpatory information without personal commitment. It creates the appearance of limited knowledge while actually demonstrating detailed awareness, and establishes plausible deniability if the information proves significant. The presentation of stalking concerns as community gossip rather than personal worry suggests either a lack of genuine concern for the victim or strategic distancing from information the speaker actually knows more directly.
The statement, he had no idea who could have committed these homicides, usually the craziest thing that happens are people getting MIPs and DUIs, demonstrates psychological minimization of both the crime severity and the speaker's knowledge. By framing the murders as completely outside the normal range of local events, the speaker creates distance from any suggestion that the crime might fit within known social dynamics, conflicts, or criminal activities. This normalization attempt psychologically positions the speaker as naive about serious criminal activity, contradicting evidence of drug presence and use within the social network.
Throughout the interviews, we observe patterns of emotional detachment or inappropriate affect that psychologically distances the individuals from the expected emotional responses to traumatic loss of their peers. Descriptions of feeling jumpy or finding the area a little nerve-wracking represent remarkably muted emotional responses to the brutal murders of friends and acquaintances occurring in immediate physical proximity. Genuine trauma responses show individuals who discover or learn about violent deaths of known persons would typically exhibit intense emotional reactions, including shock, grief, horror, disbelief, and anxiety. The psychological presentation of mild nervousness or general unease, rather than profound distress, suggests either a lack of genuine relationship with victims.
Are you still stuffing your kangaroo hoodie pockets? You need the new 340 GSM military grade.
Prior knowledge that reduces surprise and horror of discovery, or a psychological detachment consistent with involvement or guilty knowledge.
The statement that the only reason someone might have acted out like this is for love represents psychological simplification and romanticization of extreme violence by reducing complex criminal motivation to simple romantic patterns. The speaker avoids engagement with more sinister possibilities, including drug-related violence, organized criminal activity, or premeditated attacks. This psychological framing normalizes the violence as crime of passion rather than calculated criminal action, potentially protecting more complex criminal networks or motivations from investigative scrutiny.
While leaving a location where violent crime has occurred might seem psychologically normal, The timing, manner, and stated reasons for departure provide insights into a psychological state and potential guilty knowledge. One interviewee describes feeling jumpy and decided to pack up and leave Moscow the day after the crime. From a trauma psychology perspective, this could represent genuine fear response. However, we must also consider whether rapid departure serves functions beyond fear response, including physical removal from investigative scrutiny, reduction of risk that continued local presence might expose guilty knowledge, or coordination with others who are similarly creating physical distance from the crime scene. While some distancing might represent genuine trauma response, consistency of patterns across multiple individuals, contradiction with documented evidence, and the strategic nature of many distancing behaviours suggest conscious efforts to minimise connections and knowledge regarding these crimes. Distancing behaviours we observe in this case, from Hunter Johnson's misnaming to Jack Showalter's relationship minimisation to Jack DeCur's memory claims, create a psychological profile of individuals strategically managing their apparent connection to victims and knowledge of events surrounding these murders. The principle remains constant. What people choose not to say, how they frame their knowledge, and what relationships they minimise often reveals more truth than what they explicitly acknowledge.
That's all for today's episode of Truth and Neurons. If you found this analysis helpful, don't forget to like
Yeah. So, Truth and Neurons. That's definitely subscribed, and that's the old Ruby G, if you remember her. And I'll tell you what, with them two together, they do investigating just very well. And you know what? Maybe the fucking police should listen to these two, because they have it down pat about listening to these people. Every wording is so important in things. And Jack Showalter, his wording is not good in his interview, and it's not good. And let's just go through this real quick, and then I'm going to be done. But let's see, where is it? Right here, the phone interview. And this comes from Nicole Casey. And we're just going to go through this. This is like a 5-minute video. I might have showed this once before. I'm going to show it again because it needs to be listened to. And let me get that up there. So she doesn't have a lot of videos out, but she does. This was 11 days ago, and she only got 478 views on this, and I thought she would get a lot more than that. This is the phone interview with Jack Showalter, and let's take a listen to this.
Wait. Hey, how's it going, sir? Hey, how we doing? My name is. I want to make like a statement about, the night of Saturday. Okay, what's going on? I'm just friends with Maddie. I was with her at the bar that night. And I forget who. I don't know the person we left with. So
right there is a lie.
At like 2.
Unless he's talking about just the victims, because him and Bethany go way back. Matter of fact, I do believe they're cousins, people. I know they go way back because I got a picture of them sitting, and I'm sure you all seen it, sitting on the lap when they're like 15 years old.
Saturday. Okay, what's going on? I'm just friends with Maddie. I was with her at the bar that night. And I forget who, I don't know the person we left with, so we left to get grub truck at like 2, and we were there from like 2 to probably latest 2:30, and then she and the other lady.
So here's the way I take that is he's keeping himself away from Bethany. That's the way I take it. He only knows Maddie. That's what he said. He only knows Maddie.
I got picked up in a silver sedan. That's my only description I know. And then they went home from there. And I just wanted to let you guys know as far as like I knew.
I mean, at this point in time, anybody and everybody's a suspect, right? Anybody and everybody's a suspect. And if you know somebody in the house that lived through this for some strange reason, wouldn't you say, I know Bethany too. I've known her since I was like 15 years old or 14 or whatever it was. But he doesn't. He doesn't. There's just little things. Sometimes it's not what you say, it's what you don't say.
About his whereabouts. I don't know if that helps with anything, but
I mean, yeah, anything helps. You said you were with them?
I was with Maddie at the corner club, and then they wanted to leave with Maddie and her friend. I don't recall who her friend was. I was intoxicated, but then we went to Grub Truck when we got picked up from Grub Truck.
So he's separating himself from Kaylee. So far he's separating himself from 2 of them.
Okay.
And that's as far as I knew about her whereabouts that night.
Okay. Well,
yeah, she just got in a silver sedan.
But you don't know who it was or anything?
So and he knew about this on Sunday. He knew about this on Sunday. And he was with them the night before. Don't you think he would call while he's still in town? No, he waits until he's 5 hours away in Boise to make the call. There's just there's certain things that point to guilt.
No, I didn't see who the driver was.
And you said your name was...
Yes, sir.
How do you spell your last name? And give him a middle initial?
Yes, sir.
Date of birth? What's that current address for you?
Yeah, I'm right down the road at...
You said...
Yes, sir.
Is that where you're at now?
No, I drove home this morning.
Oh, okay. Oh, Boise.
Yeah, I was just talking to my parents, and I didn't know if I would be helpful or not, and my dad was like...
He doesn't know if he'd be helpful or not. He was with them that night. He was bothering Maddie in the bar. We know that, right? We already know that he was bothering Maddie in the bar. So...
Good phone number for you?
Yes, sir. It's
And what's the address that you're at now?
It's Boise, Idaho.
In Boise? Okay.
Yes.
And you said that's your parents' place. What are your folks' name? Is there a home phone at that house?
Yeah.
What is it?
You want it?
So,
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I think it's like, I don't know how often they use it, but
I just wanted
I think it's like,
so you said,
yeah.
what was the last phone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you just drove home today?
Yeah, it just seemed like everyone else in my house in a lot of the community was leaving, and I do live right down the road, so it kind of seems unsettling being around. Yeah.
No, I get it. Do you have a roommate or anything?
Unfucking
No,
believable.
I live by myself.
Gotcha. Well, I'm guessing that one of the folks that is working the case, or like a detective or something, will probably want to have a conversation with you. Is that something you're down with doing?
Yeah, I'd love to help if I can help anyway.
Okay. What's the best way to get a hold of you?
The phone number can work. Call or text, whatever.
Your cell phone? Okay. How long are you going to be at your parents' house?
I mean, just until we figure out what's going on with school. I mean, just Thanksgiving break. And
check this out.
Once classes are...
Yeah.
We can figure out what's going on when classes come back. And
So you're...
He's trying to stay away until after Thanksgiving. He's trying to stay away. You get that? He's trying to stay away until after Thanksgiving.
Because there's still school left before Thanksgiving break, right?
yeah, but I have a lot of classes that I be there for.
Okay, so you're not planning on being in class?
Yeah, I just have stuff I can do on my computer.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'll pass on your information. I appreciate you reaching out, and we'll have a detective get a hold of you and try to figure out a time to take a statement from you.
Okay, I appreciate your time.
All right, take care. Thank
you. Yeah, you have a great night.
Yeah, you too.
Crazy. I don't know if you guys can see through shit like I can. I'm sure you can. And even the police officers like, don't you have like classes? It's not Thanksgiving yet. It's November fucking 14th. Yep, I agree, Shelley. I mean, there's definitely something going on there because you don't just, for one thing, the ignoring, the shunning, almost like a shunning from people. I mean, we're seen it at the grub truck badly, very badly at the grub truck. Then even just that 1 minute or minute and a half or whatever it was inside the grub or inside the club, and there's still one person came up to them, and you'd think I know they were. Look at all those pictures with Terry the cheetah. Look how many people. And I bet you there's a lot more. But yet you don't see people going around surrounding the girls and talking to them. And something was going on. There was something going on. Something wasn't right. Anyway, that's what I got for you today, guys. And someone said that Lana's got Cy Ray on. I don't know about all that. But she might have. We both know him, so she might have him on. So this is what I have for today, and I'm going to get back to resting. Tomorrow night, Coco will be on with her show. I think that's going to be an exciting time, and I'm looking forward to it. And I hope you are all looking forward to that too. I do believe that's going to be a 7 p.m. show. What do you call? It'll be up and everybody will be able to see it by tomorrow. So, yeah, I know me too. I think that's going to be awesome show. So, I thank you all very much. I love you all very much. You know, my subs, you're my rock, and my mods and investigators and all that, you are my soul. And until next time, rock and roll. What is today? Thursday? Yeah, let's do we'll just do a little bluesy thing.
Baby, please don't leave me. Oh, baby, don't you go. 'Cause when you walk out on those dead ends, it is a long and lonely road. And if you think I'm just gonna sit and watch you go, and you, oh baby, you're dead wrong. 'Cause I tried to love you better, even then I love myself. Oh Lord, no, don't you do it to me, Daddy. 'Cause I need you and no one else. And I can't stand it, I just can't stand the thought of you with somebody else. Oh baby, can't you see? Hey, you gotta be under your spell. Hey, because I try. Love you better. Yeah. your walk out on love, daddy. Said it's a long and lonely road, and I can't stand it. I just can't stand to let you walk out that door. Oh, baby, can't you see? No matter how much she loves you, hey, I love you more. 'Cause honey, I try, I try, I try, I try, I try. Lord, I try to love you better, to love you better. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, darling, please, please, come back to me, baby. I need you, baby, need you, baby. Oh, no, don't leave me, baby. Please don't leave me, baby. Please don't Woo, thank you very much.
Can't help it by the shape I'm in. I can't sing, I ain't pretty, and my legs are thin. But don't ask me what I think of you. I might not give the answer that you want me to. Now when I talk to God, I knew he'd understand. Said to stick behind me, I'll be your guiding hand. Don't ask me what I think of you. I might not give the answer that you want me to.